I'm planting out some turmeric in the wicking bed behind me here, so stick around if you want to see how it's done. How's it going, folks? Today I'm planting out a load of turmeric root that I saved from a garden that we were pulling out. Funnily enough, the soil from that garden went straight into this stock tank wicking bed that we've just set up alongside the ginger one that's yet to be planted out. So the soil came from this bed over here. This is the bed that had a huge turmeric harvest from it, and obviously I didn't get all the roots because I found a couple yesterday as I was cleaning it out. So some of the larger bits I used the garden fork and took out, and other bits I discovered further down near the sand layer. So these little pieces in the bowl here will be going straight into this bed. The original plan was to plant out some of the rhizome from that little stand of turmeric there, but what I think I might do is we'll harvest that as we need it this year. Basically bandicoot around. Bandicooting, for you folks who don't know, it just means to go around the base of a plant and dig out rhizomes or roots that you can use in your cooking. So that stuff there will be bandicooted out, and this lot will be left all season to grow, and then next year we'll start harvesting it, probably just pulling off bits and pieces as we need it. So these are the turmeric that I'm planting out. Some of them have got some fairly advanced shoots on them. These are the ones we dug out yesterday, so I'm going to pop them towards the back. Generally with spacing on turmeric, you're looking at about a foot to a foot and a half, or 30 to 45 centimeters. I'm going to crowd them out a little bit. I'm actually going to probably put them about 20 centimeters apart, and across the center we'll pop some more that have shot. Might pop you there. This one's got a nice shoot on it as well. Pop you in the center area. This one here's got a small shoot. Pop him to one side. And this one here has a number of little shoots on him, so might pop him out in the middle. So what's that? That's 7 bits of turmeric. Now, this should give us a fairly decent harvest, because generally, from what I've read, you can expect anywhere from 700 grams to a kilo per plant. I'm sure I've got more than that per plant in the past. So there's really not a lot to planting out the turmeric. It's pretty basic. I'm just going to clear the mulch away here. Normally what I do when I'm planting out rhizomes or even seeds is I like to put a handful of compost or worm castings under them. Now this bed was made yesterday and has a load of beautiful homemade compost in it, as well as some organic chicken-based manure pellets. So I should do fine in the mix that's already in the bed. Now I'm popping this down probably around about, I'd say 15 centimeters or 6 inches at the base from the surface, and the little growth point there is probably only about, I don't know, 40 mil or 1.5 inches away from the top of the soil, and just backfilling him like that. I'll just show you quickly what I'm doing with the ones with the shoot. Now the shoot is obviously where the leaf is going to sprout from, so I'm going to plant it with this shoot pointing upwards. This one will be buried a little bit shallower because I can lay him down flat, with the top of the rhizome about 2 inches below the surface of the soil, and there we go. So as to where you can grow turmeric, well, this stuff really does like a warm climate because it comes from the tropics in India. So here in the subtropics we can get away with pretty much all growing them here all year round, but some places, probably round about zone 9, you would need to give them some sort of protection from the cool winter or even your cool autumn and spring. So it might be an idea to start those guys off indoors and then bring them out after the last chance of frost is gone. Now with us here, I've pretty much well grown them in containers. I've grown them in the soil beds here, these wicking beds, and we've always ended up with a nice harvest from them. They're a very hardy plant once they get going in our climate. Maybe a little bit different in the cooler areas, because I can guarantee you, first sign of frost and these guys are pretty much all keel over straight away, I think. Just to give you a closer look at this section of the root so you can see how it grows, you can see the little shoot forming on the end of the bottom finger that's coming off the little mother here. Now this mother sends out these little fingers, and that's where the green growth comes from. So this one here is coming out of the base of the middle finger, and this top one has a little itty bitty shoot on it right there. So this particular piece is going to do very well, I think, because it's got 3 different growth points, and I wouldn't be surprised if this mother throws off another shoot as well. So this one here, we'll just move Mr. Compost Worm aside so I don't cut him in half, and just dig down and we might actually point him around this way. So I'm going to plan it so the top of this mother here is roughly round about, make room for the other roots, round about 40 mil or 1.5 inches under the surface of the soil. I just found an avocado pip from the compost. And then just move the mulch around the top of her, keep it nice and moist, and it's pretty much all as easy as that. And don't forget to give them a good water to get them off to a flying start. I've already done a clip on growing turmeric in containers with a couple of cool climate growing tips, so you can check that out if you want some more information. But just to give you the basic rundown, it does prefer, as I said before, zones 9 and above. You can grow it in the lower zones or temperate climates, but you will need a nice warm spot for it, preferably a greenhouse or something like that. The length of time, generally 8 to 10 months of nice warm temperatures will give you a nice decent crop. Feeding with these guys here, I like to give them a feed probably around about once a month. Other than that, I would top dress it if I had compost available 2 or 3 times through the season. Harvesting this stuff is really easy. I've got a couple of clips showing that if you want to check them out, and also one on preparing it as well. So there'll be some thumbnails at the end of the clip for that you can suss out if you're interested. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a look at how we're planning out the turmeric for our 2017 harvest down here. And for you folks who are curious as to how to plant turmeric out, now you know, and you can have a crack yourself. If you'd like to see a few more of these backyard farming or maybe aquaponic style video clips land in your email inbox, you can click on that little subscribe button down there, check the little notification bell, and you'll be sent an email whenever I upload a clip to our YouTube channel, and you can come along and say good day in the comment section below. I do hope you're all well and happy, and I will catch you next clip. Cheers folks, have a great one.